Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. They are the Eggheads. No two ways about it, you're the best.
Of course.
Well, very kind,
Right.
maybe.
You know you are. Taking on our quiz champions today are Quizteam Tarantino. This team of colleagues all share a passion for film and they work together at the Cambridge Arts Picture House. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Jack and I'm a marketing manager.
Hi, I'm Tom and I'm a cinema supervisor.
Hi, I'm Hannah and I'm a cinema worker.
Hi, I'm George and I'm a projectionist.
Hi, I'm Lewis and I'm a front of house supervisor.
So, Jack and team, hello.
Hello.
Great to see you. And you're all at the Cambridge Arts Picture House, is that right? Yep. Is that one of these really kind of new type of cinemas?
No, it's been around since the late 90s, where it currently is, and we only have 3 screens, so we're not very big, but we show everything from like multiplex to art house stuff.
Do you quiz together?
We have quizzed together, yeah. We've done some film quizzes, which we hold in our bar once a month, and then we've tried our hands at our pub quiz. We didn't exactly win, but we didn't totally lose.
Well, not exactly winning is absolutely fine. But I'm presuming that the subject of film, there's going to be a huge ruckus if it comes up, because you're all going to want to do it, or not.
I think we have our wingman.
You've got a film person.
I don't know, I think we're all film buffs.
OK. Well, listen, I wish you all the best, challengers. Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs. However, if the challengers fail to win the prize money, then just rolls over to the next show. So, Quizteam Tarantino, love your team name, by the way. I can tell you the Eggheads are just getting into their stride. They've won the last 3. So there is £4,000 for you to win today. Would you like to try?
Yes. Give it a go.
OK, let's go for it. The first head-to-head battle is on the subject of geography. I'm desperate for a film to come up, but it's geography. Now, have you got a plan here?
Are you right, George?
I will
Your name's the nearest to geography.
doesn't
so
sound
that's how we're
That
doing
qualifies
it.
me.
Yeah.
That'll do. I'll take it.
I believe in you. Back yourself.
OK, we've never had that someone... You're being chosen because your name starts G-E-O.
Yes.
OK. Fine. Against which egghead?
Any suggestions?
I think go Lisa.
Lisa?
Yeah.
OK, I'll take Lisa.
So George from Quizteam Tarantino versus Lisa from Quizteam Eggheads. And just to ensure there's no conferring, please take your positions in our legendary question room. It's geography, George, because you're GEO. And would you like to go first or second against our Lisa?
I'll go first.
And you're the cinema projectionist.
I am, yeah.
Here's your question. The port of Tilbury is in which English county? Essex, Sussex, or Middlesex?
Don't actually know it, so I'm just going to take a yes and go with Sussex.
I'm afraid you're wrong. Essex.
OK.
So, Lisa, Brecknockshire is an area of which country of the UK? Brecknockshire. Wales, England, or Scotland?
I'm now panicking because I managed to offend the population of Scotland last time I played a geography round. I'm slightly nervous that I'm going to do it again. I mean, I think it is Scotland, but I'm just having a think in case it's Wales. I think we can safely rule out England. We'll go for Scotland.
Oh dear, Lisa, it's Wales.
Bother.
Oh dear, oh dear. George, what term is often used to denote the area of mainland France and Corsica that lies in Europe as opposed to any of its overseas territories elsewhere in the world? Urban France, metropolitan France, or rural France?
Again, it's going more with the gut here. Metropolitan France?
Metropolitan France is quite right. OK, Lisa. The island of Gavdos, often cited as the southernmost point of the continent of Europe, belongs to which country? Greece, Spain, or Italy?
Can you spell that for me, please, Jeremy?
Gavdos.
It sounds like it should be a Greek island, and there are about 1 billion of them. So, yeah, we'll go with Greece.
Greece is the right answer. Well done. So, level. And we go back to you, George. Named after Charles Darwin's ship, which visited it in the 19th century, the Beagle Channel forms part of the border between Argentina and which other country? Is it Uruguay, Chile, or Paraguay?
Again, not sure. Chile.
Chile is right. Well done. Lisa, The Dnieper River flows over 1,000 miles into which sea? Is it the Mediterranean, Caspian, or Black Sea?
Dnieper, right. Now, I think that is sort of Ukrainish and Eastern Europe-y. It sort of depends on which direction the Dnieper actually goes. Because if it's heading sort of north to south through Europe, I'd have thought the better bet's the Black Sea, and if it's heading eastwards, then the Caspian might be a better bet. I think geographically of all of those, the Black Sea would be sort of the rightest location. But as I say, it just sort of depends how far the river extends. So we'll go with the Black Sea.
And Black Sea is the right answer. 2 each after 3 questions. It gets a bit harder. We go to sudden death. I don't give you alternatives. George, are you ready?
Yeah.
After Alaska and Texas, what is the 3rd largest state in the US in terms of land area?
That's a tricky one. I'm just going to name any that come to the top of my head. Utah.
Utah, no, California.
Okay.
Lisa for the round. In which country is the world's highest uninterrupted waterfall, Angel Falls, located?
That is an easy question, and I can't remember the answer. Angel Falls, is that African or South American? I have a feeling it's South American. It's terrible, even the easy ones aren't coming back to me at the moment. Venezuela.
Oh, yes.
Eggheads, is she right?
Yes.
You're right, well done. That's brilliant quizzing, Lisa, actually, from almost nothing there. Venezuela's right, George, you've been knocked out, sorry, on sudden death. Even in not great form, Lisa, you're still impressive. Come back to us, please. Rejoin your teams. We'll play round 2. So, as it stands, Quizteam Tarantino have lost 1 brain from the final round. The Eggheads have not lost any so far. Strike back quickly is my advice, and it's arts and books. Who would like this?
I think one of you two. I think one of you two.
Who would do better?
I mean, I can be backup arts and books, and then if... I'll do it, Jeremy.
Yeah.
All right, so Jack, the team captain, and which Egghead? Can't be Lisa.
Barry.
Jack from Quizteam Tarantino versus Barry. We need some sort of Tarantino reference here. You're Barry Unchained. To ensure there's no conferring, please go to the question room. So, arts and books, Jack. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, please, Jeremy.
OK, and here is your first question, Jack. What is the pen name of the best-selling author born Erica Mitchell in 1963? Is this R.L. Stein, J.K. Rowling, or E.L. James?
63, so in their 50s at the moment. I don't think it's J.K. Rowling. R.L. Stein, I believe, was not just one author, but lots of authors that wrote the Goosebumps book, so I'm going to say E.L. James.
E.L. James is the right answer. Do you know what E.L. James wrote?
That I haven't a clue on, but some books.
50 Shades of Grey, Jack, I believe.
Oh.
OK, Barry, your question. Mark Twain wrote an 1889 novel entitled A Connecticut Yankee in what? Queen Victoria's court, King Arthur's court, or Prince Albert's court?
He wrote A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's court.
King Arthur's court is right. And back to you we go, Jack. Which American author wrote the Dark Tower series of books? Stephen King, George R.R. Martin, or John Grisham?
It's not George R.R. Martin. John Grisham likes his thrillers, so I'm going to go with Stephen King.
Stephen King is correct. Barry, which of these is a painting by the Flemish artist Rubens? Rain, Steam and Speed, Massacre of the Innocents, or American Gothic?
Rain, Steam and Speed was by Turner. American Gothic is by Grant Wood. But the Massacre of the Innocents was definitely Rubens.
Yes, indeed, Massacre of the Innocents is right. OK, over to you, Jack. Which French artist, well known for a number of paintings produced in another country, created the 1889 sculpture Jug in the Form of a Head? Claude Monet, Auguste Renoir, or Paul Gauguin?
Pretty sure that Monet likes his abstract water lilies. Renoir, I'm pretty sure, just painted as well, so I'm going to go Paul Gauguin.
You're good. You're right. Paul Gauguin it is. You got 3 out of 3. Well done. Arts and books is your thing, clearly. So, Barry, over to you to stay in. 20 years after her Booker Prize-winning debut novel was released, which author published her second book, The Ministry of Utmost Happiness, in 2017? Was it Arundhati Roy, Lionel Shriver, or Jeanette Winterson?
Oh, I have heard this. Let me think. Lionel Shriver wrote We Have to Talk About Kevin. Jeanette Winterson was Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit. But I think The Ministry of Utmost Happiness was Arundhati Roy.
It was indeed Arundhati Roy. Well done. You've both got 3 out of 3. Scores level, so we go to sudden death. Jack, I don't give you alternatives. A Modern Comedy is the title of a sequel to which series of novels by John Galsworthy? Which series of novels?
Is it modern for these days, or is it modern when it was written, and so it's an old book? I can't. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank, Jeremy.
Okay. Barry, do you know?
Was it the Forsyte Saga?
The Forsyte Saga is the answer. Barry, My Life in Comedy with Just a Touch of Hesitation, Repetition and Deviation is a 2010 memoir by which popular broadcaster?
I'm going to go for the wonderful Nicholas Parsons.
It derives from his radio program Just a Minute. You're absolutely right. Nicholas Parsons is the answer. Well done, Barry. You're in the final round. Oh, Jack, sorry. And I can tell you're a very good player as well. Good quizzer, but Barry's good too. You'll be out of the final, I'm afraid. Return to us, please. We'll play on. So, as it stands, Quizteam Tarantino have lost 2 brains from the final round. The Eggheads have lost none so far. And the next subject is music. Hannah. Against which Egghead? So it can't be Lisa or Barry.
I think you said Judith, right?
Judith, please.
Very good. Hannah from Quizteam Tarantino versus Judith, our own reservoir dog. How about that? To ensure there's no conferring, please take your positions in the question room. OK, Hannah, tell us what you do in the cinema.
I'm actually training to be a projectionist like George at the moment.
Brilliant. And I thought, I thought projectionist must be one of those things that's all done by a computer, but they actually have a human being up there.
Yeah, we still do things like 35mm prints and 70mm prints. So we're still very essential to the trade at the moment.
So there's still a reel up there, is there, and it still goes round?
Yeah, that's right, for some of the special screenings that we do, yeah.
Brilliant. So on music, Hannah, would you like to go first or second?
I'd like to go first, please.
Here we go, good luck. Which act topped the British charts in the 1980s with Pump Up the Volume? Is it Mars, Earth, Wind and Fire, or the Neptunes?
I believe it's Mars.
You've got it right, well done.
Yay!
OK, Judith. Which American duo released the 1960s album Sounds of Silence? The Everly Brothers, Simon and Garfunkel, or the Carpenters?
I think they're definitely not the Everly Brothers. I think it's Simon and Garfunkel.
Absolutely. Hello, darkness, my old friend. OK, back to you, Hannah. The Patti Smith hit Because the Night was written by Smith and which other singer? Bruce Springsteen, Iggy Pop, or Bob Dylan?
I believe it was co-written with Bruce Springsteen.
That's very good, absolutely right. Are you a fan?
Yeah, I saw him at the Isle of Wight Festival 5 or 6 years ago and he was amazing.
Bruce Springsteen is right. Judith, which group released the 1990s dance anthem Little Fluffy Clouds? The Orb, Kraftwerk, or the Beta Band?
No idea. Magic Right, Beta Band.
No, it's the Magic Left on this occasion. It's the Orb.
Oh.
OK, Hannah, what type of instrument is the African gudu-gudu? Is it a drum, a harp, or a piano?
I have no idea. I'm going to guess and go down the middle and say it's a harp.
I think it's hard to get to this one through guesswork. Any Eggheads know?
No.
I suppose sometimes the names are, what's the word, onomatopoeic, is it?
That's the word.
And good. Yeah, drum is the answer. The name sounds like what it does, is what I mean. So, Judith, you've got a chance to draw level. In the 1970s, Lifehouse was an abandoned rock opera by which group, songs from which eventually appeared on other albums? Is it Queen, The Who, or Led Zeppelin?
I don't know. So I'm going to say The Who.
Yeah, rock opera does lead slightly in that direction. The Who is right.
Yeah, well, that's what I hoped.
You've drawn level. Well done. So we go into sudden death. After 3 questions, scores level. Gets a bit harder, Hannah. Don't give you options. Here we go. Which singer-songwriter had a hit with Annie's Song in 1974?
I believe that was John Denver.
Well, your music knowledge is brilliant. John Denver's right. Okay, Judith. Aerosmith collaborated with which rap group for the 1986 hit Walk This Way?
Absolutely no idea. I don't even... A rap group? I thought rappers were single. Well, Eminem isn't a group. He's a rapper, though, isn't he? Eminem.
Eminem. Let's see if Hannah knows this. Do you know?
Yeah. Is it Run DMC?
It is Run DMC. Oh, you're so good on music, Hannah. So, Judith, you've been knocked out, but she is very good, this challenger.
Yeah, I gave up ages ago.
Did you? But you didn't even tell us that. Hannah, you've won fair and square there. You're in the final round. Come back to us. One more round to play before the all-important final. As it stands, Quizteam Tarantino have lost 2 brains from the final round. The Eggheads going to have to do without Judith in the final. And we've just got science now, before the final. Who would like science? So it's got to be Tom or Lewis.
Tom?
Leaving
It's going
yourself,
to be
mate.
me.
Back
Put
yourself.
my lab
You love
coat on.
science.
Tom? OK. Cinema supervisor, against which Egghead you've got either Pat or Steve?
Steve?
That sounds like a question. So Tom from Quizteam Tarantino versus Steve from the Eggheads. To ensure there's no conferring, please, for the last time, go to the question room. Good luck in this round. Tom, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first.
OK. What kind of animal, Tom, is a bichon frisé? Cat, bird, or dog?
Okay. I don't think it's a bird. Okay. Bichon frisé. It kind of sounds like a fancy name for a dog. I'm going to go with dog.
Dog is correct. Good stuff. Well done. Steve, in terms of distance, what is the 6th planet from the Sun in our solar system? Is it Mars, Saturn, or Uranus?
It's Saturn, Jeremy.
Saturn is the right answer, Steve. Well done. Back to you for your second question, Tom. In which century was the Polish astronomer Nicholas Copernicus born? 15th, 17th, or 19th?
Copernicus. Okay, right, let me have a think. So this is just going to have to be purely gut. I'm going to go down the middle. I'm just going to go with 17th.
Barry?
15th.
15th century is the answer, Tom. Sorry. 1473. Steve, which part of the body is affected by the condition known as psoriasis? Is that skin, heart, or eyes?
It's the skin, Jeremy.
It is indeed the skin. So he's ahead, and you need to get this one right, Tom, to stay in.
Sure.
Which of Isaac Newton's laws of motion states that when 2 bodies interact, they apply forces to one another that are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction? First law, second law, or third law?
Okay. I don't know. I'm just, for some reason, I'm leaning towards the third law of thermodynamics. No, wait, was it? Oh, I don't know. I think it's the third law.
Third law is the right answer, Tom. Well done. Steve, you can take the round with this question. What is the common term in gardening for plants of the genus Alcea? Delphiniums, wisteria, or hollyhocks? If you get this, you're in the final.
Hollyhocks. Don't know much about them. Delphinium. Not much about them. It is a pure guess, this. I'll try hollyhocks.
Let's see. Anyone know here?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
What's that?
It's right.
It's right. Hollyhocks is the right answer, Steve. Well done. There we go. Never mind. But you got there. Sorry, Tom.
No worries.
Close, but just not close enough. Steve is in the final round. Come back to us, gentlemen. We will play that final round for £4,000. And this is what we have been playing towards. It is time for the final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be in this round. So that is Jack, Tom, and George from Quizteam Tarantino, but also our Judith from the Eggheads. would you please now leave the studio? Okay, here we are. Hannah, Lewis, you're playing to win Quizteam Tarantino £4,000. Good luck. Lisa, Steve, Barry and Pat, you've battled through to play for something which money can't buy, which is the Eggheads' reputation. As usual, I'll ask each team 3 questions in turn, their general knowledge, and you may confer, challengers. So the question is, can your 2 brains defeat these 4? And the cinema will talk about it for years when it happens. Hannah and Lewis, would you like to go first or second?
Can we go first, please, Jeremy?
Okay, good luck to you. Your first question. What nickname is sometimes given to the feeling that parents have when their children leave home for the first time? Is it Queen Bee syndrome, empty nest syndrome, or middle child syndrome?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's empty nest. I've not even heard of the other 2 as syndromes, as phrases, but not as syndromes, so empty nest, yeah? We'll go for empty nest syndrome, please, Jeremy.
Empty nest syndrome is right. Eggheads. In which county was an important archaeological find known as Cheddar Man discovered in the early 20th century? Was it Somerset, Surrey, or Shropshire?
You're thinking Somerset, aren't you? Cheddar.
Cheddar.
The village of Cheddar
Gorge.
and the cheese. I think it's all down there, isn't it?
It must be that, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
Somerset
can have a
it is,
think,
yeah.
it can't you? I think it's...
Okay. Yeah. We're going with Somerset.
Somerset's right. Okay, challengers. Which of the main characters in the TV series Friends often sang a song called Smelly Cat? Phoebe, Ross, or Rachel?
It's Phoebe's. No doubt, can't even talk about it, Jeremy. It's Phoebe.
You're fans of the show?
Big fans.
I love it too. Phoebe's right, of course. Eggheads. Who released the 2017 photography book entitled What I See? Jaden Smith, Brooklyn Beckham, or Paris Jackson?
Beckham in it, little Beckham.
Brooklyn Beckham, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was Brooklyn Beckham.
Brooklyn Beckham is right. 2-2. Your question. Who was the world chess champion from 1894 to 1921? Is it Mikhail Botvinnik, Alexander Alekhine, or Emmanuel Lasker?
Okay, sort of 60s, 70s, I don't know a lot about chess champions, or at all.
Don't know anything about chess champions, full
But,
stop.
however, I recently at work was reading The Yiddish Policeman's Union by Michael Chabon, and that had a lot of stuff about chess in it.
Sweet.
I don't know the answer, but I've heard the name Emmanuel Lasker,
Okay.
and I like to think that if we are fated to win today, that will be the answer.
Solid.
So I think we're going to go for Emmanuel Lasker, please, Jeremy.
Emmanuel Lasker's the right answer. Well done. Eggheads. Get this wrong. You know what's the outcome? Which poet wrote these lines in his work, The Elephant? When people call this beast to mind, they marvel more and more at such a little tail behind, so large a trunk before. Is it Edward Lear, Alfred Lord Tennyson, or Hilaire Belloc?
Feeling Belloc wrote The Elephant. That was the name that first came to mind. He wrote Cautionary Tales, didn't it? But I don't think it was included with that.
Well, I've read a lot of his stuff, Hilaire Belloc, and that seemed to spring to mind straight away.
Yeah, well, it came to both your mind and my mind.
It's not Tennyson.
It's not, yeah, definitely not Tennyson.
My first
Yeah,
shout would have been Belloc. So
Yeah, Lear did write stuff
fine
about
to go
animals.
with you.
Yes, but I don't think he wrote that. No, I'm happy to go with Belloc.
We'll go with the instinct and go with
Okay,
it.
we're going on instinct here. We're going to go for Hilaire Belloc.
Hilaire Belloc is your answer. If you've got this wrong, the contest is over. Certainly not Tennyson, but Hilaire Belloc is the right answer. And we say well done, Eggheads. So 3 questions each, scores level. Was never going to be likely to beat them over the first 3. You're going to have to get a sudden death. Is that all right?
Yeah, definitely.
You're up for this, Lewis
Definitely.
and Hannah. Okay, here we go. So it gets a bit harder. I don't give you alternative answers. The 1977 Glen Eagles Agreement was a decision by Commonwealth countries to discourage sporting activities with which country?
I know there was the Olympics, wasn't there, where Russia boycotted one and then the USA boycotted, was it 80 and 84?
80, wasn't it?
There was like the Moscow Olympics
Moscow,
and
definitely
then
Moscow,
the...
I think so. Or the only other thing I can think of is South Africa, because of the apartheid.
Yeah.
I don't know, what are you thinking? I'd go, South Africa's my gut.
Okay, you are...
How much are you thinking about Russia?
I don't know. I don't know anything really about sport. You are the sport guy, so I'm happy to go with you.
I'm on my head. We'll go for South Africa, please, Jeremy.
The Russian boycott in 1980 was caused by the invasion of Afghanistan, I think, wasn't it? So that you're right to rule that out. South Africa's correct.
Yes.
Well done. Sudden death we're on. Eggheads could fall apart now. Leo Varadkar became Prime Minister of which European country in 2017?
Do you know that part?
Go on, Pat, you must answer that one, I think.
Republic of Ireland.
Republic of Ireland is quite right. Sudden death. Back to the challenges. In 2017, which Scottish actor was nominated for an Emmy Award for playing a pair of twin brothers in the TV programme Fargo?
I'm pretty sure it's Ewan McGregor.
Sweet.
Yeah. Ewan McGregor, please, Jeremy.
Ewan McGregor is quite right. Good quizzing. Back to the Eggheads. What does the letter U stand for in a vehicle known as an SUV?
Utility.
Sports utility vehicle.
Yeah, utility.
Utility?
Utility.
Utility is correct. Quizteam Tarantino, your question. What was the name of the businesswoman who was the lead claimant in the legal challenge brought against the government in 2016 regarding the triggering of Article 50?
I've seen a lot of people talking about it on Twitter. Have you got any idea? I think it's Gina something.
Can't remember.
Wish I'd paid attention more. I can only think of Gina Davis. I know it's not Gina Davis. Got any idea?
No, sorry, mate.
You're gonna have to guess. Just say surname.
Gina. Smith.
Gina Smith. We're going for Jeremy. Sorry.
Eggheads?
You're right about the
So
Gina.
close.
Is she Gina Brown?
Miller.
Gina Miller. Never mind. Okay, the Eggheads can win the contest with this question. What is the name of the American film director whose films include Mystery Train, Coffee and Cigarettes, and Broken Flowers?
Is it Jim Jarmusch?
Yes, it is.
I know the quirky films. I've seen 2 on them.
I think I just got Coffee and Cigarettes and
It
Romance
do
and
sound a
Cigarettes
bit
in my
indie.
head, but I'm sure Broken Flowers is Jim Jarmusch.
Well, we've got to say something.
Okay.
We've got another chance anyway.
You like that, yeah? Okay, I'll go with that. Okay. We're going for Jim Jarmusch.
You'll know this.
I think they're right. I think Jarmusch is one of our cinema manager's favourites.
I was going to say that
Yeah.
you cinema people will know this. Jim Jarmusch is correct. We say, Eggheads, congratulations, you have won. Really, you should have won it on a film question.
Oh,
it
you'd
should
like
have been
to.
your question. That's a tricky old quiz question there, though. Well done, Steve. Commiserations, Quizteam Tarantino. Great to see you playing.
It was a pleasure.
Done well.
Thank you.
Great to have a cinema in. The Eggheads have done what comes naturally to them most of the time. Here they are, reigning over Quizland. And it means the challengers don't go home with the £4,000, so we roll the money over to the next show. We hit £5,000 jackpot. Well done, Eggheads. I wonder who's going to win. Here you are, the Eggheads.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Now, if you'd like to work on a question from the Eggheads while you watch at home, Chris, you've got one.
What village in Scotland takes its name from that of a 15th century Dutchman?
Find out the answer from Chris at the end of the show. Now, hoping to beat the might of the Eggheads today are Arch Stanton from North Yorkshire. This team often quiz together at the Joiners Arms in Hampthwaite and take their team name from a classic spaghetti western. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm John. I'm a retired gas engineer.
Hello, I'm Terry. I'm an operating department practitioner.
Hi, I'm Chris and I'm a retired social worker.
Hi, I'm John. I'm a painter and decorator.
Hi, I'm Elliot. I'm a genealogist.
So, John and team, hello.
Hello.
Great to see you. So, tell us about the origin of the name, John.
Well, it's from the spaghetti western, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. And it's a character in that from the end of the film. And me and Terry in particular are great fans of The Good, the Bad and the Ugly.
Lee Van Cleef and all that?
Yeah, Lee Van Cleef, Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
And we just thought it was a real good name.
It's a great, and it's on the grave at the end.
It's on the grave at the end, that's where all the money's supposed to be buried, but it's not buried there. And if anybody hasn't seen the movie, I won't spoil the ending for them.
No, so you quiz together and your friends?
Yeah, we've most of us have played sport together over the years, football, tennis, badminton, and we all quiz together.
And the Joiners Arms is the key.
It's one of
centre
our
it.
local pubs that we go to, yeah.
Will they all be watching there?
Hopefully, yeah.
OK, here you go. Good luck. Every
you.
day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers. However, if they fail to defeat the Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to the next show. So, Arch Stanton, the Eggheads have won the last 4. They're getting into their stride here. So there's £5,000 for you to win today. Would you like to try?
We certainly would, yeah.
Excellent. The first head-to-head battle is on sport. Who would like this?
Right.
I think that would be me.
I think that'll be
Elliot.
Yep.
Elliot going for that, yeah.
Elliot down the end, genealogist. And which egghead would you like?
Which one do you
Who
want,
doesn't
Elliot?
look genial?
Judith, I think.
Judith on sport?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'd like to
You all
say.
agreed?
Yep.
Judith, please.
I'm not
Okay.
looking at all genial.
Sorry.
So Elliot from Arch Stanton versus Judith from the Eggheads on sport. And let's get started. Please go to the question room. Well, good luck here, Elliot. And you are a genealogist.
Yes, I research people's family histories.
So someone could ring you up and say, can you find out about my father, grandmother, whatever, and you do it.
Yes, and I try to uncover various skeletons in the closet.
How amazing. Do you find good stuff out?
Yes, I've found a few in my own family. One relative was sent to Bermuda for 10 years for stealing a cow. And another, a cutler from Sheffield, was sent to Van Diemen's Land for 7 years for stealing 24 knives. You'd think he had enough knives.
Goodness me, stealing a cow. That's amazing, Judith, being sent to Bermuda as a punishment.
Well, yeah, nowadays it wouldn't be a punishment, would it?
The
People would be
opposite.
thrilled to bits to be sent to Bermuda.
All right, so genealogist versus Judith and Elliot. You can choose whether you go first or second on sport.
I'd like to open the batting and go first, please.
And here's your first question, Elliot. The cricketer Javed Miandad played 124 test matches for which team? Pakistan, England, or Australia?
I'm fairly confident that was Pakistan.
Pakistan is correct. Judith, which of these tennis players is the tallest? Andre Agassi, Michael Chang, or Boris Becker?
Oh, my goodness me. I don't think Andre Agassi is very tall. I don't think Michael Chang is very tall. I think it's Boris Becker.
It is Boris Becker. Well done. Back to you, Elliot. Which of these Irish rugby union players is best known for playing as a fly half? Brian O'Driscoll, Paul O'Connell, or Jonathan Sexton?
I'm not sure on this one. It could be Jonathan Sexton. I'll go for that.
You've got it right. Jonathan Sexton it is. Well done. Relief. OK, Judith. Here we are on our beloved sport. Which Premier League football team purchased Benjamin Mendy for £52 million in July 2017? Arsenal, Manchester City, or Liverpool?
52 million.
Yeah.
What's he called?
Benjamin Mendy, M-E-N-D-Y.
A club with a huge amount of money to spend. I think that might be Manchester City.
Manchester City's right. Well done. 2-2. In which year, Elliot, did the golfer Bobby Jones first win the British Open? 1916, 1926, or 1936?
Golf isn't really my strong point. I think I'll go straight down the middle, 1926.
If you're guessing really well. 1926 is correct. So you got 3 out of 3. Judith, back to you. See if you can catch up. The British quartet that famously defeated the USA in the final of the men's 4x400 relay at the 1991 Athletics World Championships were Roger Black, Derek Redmond, Chris Akabusi, and which other runner? Jamie Balsh, Ewan Thomas, or John Regis?
It's not my old friend Ewan Thomas, is it? I don't know, Jeremy. Jamie Balch.
Well, it would be painful if it was Ewan Thomas, wouldn't it? Because you've got a little bit of history with Ewan.
He is my friend.
I know he's one of your favourite sportsmen. It's not Ewan, but it's also not Jamie.
Oh.
The answer is John Regis. Well done, Elliot. You've taken the round. With your 3 correct questions against Judith's 2, you will be in the final round. Please return to us, both of you, and we'll play round 2. So, as it stands, Arch Stanton have not lost any brains from the final round. The Eggheads have lost one. And the next subject for you is film and TV. Who would like this?
Film and TV.
Sorry.
Terry, you're going to go, yeah?
I'll go. I'll give it a go.
Okay. Terry's going to go for this
Terry,
gentleman.
and which Egghead? Can't be Judith, of course.
Okay.
Pat? Yeah, go for Pat. Go for Pat.
Very good. Terry from Arch Stanton playing Pat. You haven't been out for a while, have you?
Not for a long time.
Not for a long time. To ensure there's no conferring, please take your positions. Well, good luck in this round, Terry.
Thank you very much, Jeremy.
And you work in the health service?
I do.
In operating theatres?
An operating department practitioner.
Meaning that you are scrubbing up and you're getting the scalpel and all that?
Not quite so, but we do scrub up, but yes, and looking after the welfare of the patients and also the equipment in and around the theatre suite.
And I know you're very sporty, you play tennis, badminton, five-a-side football and all of that?
Yes, yes.
And how is your fitness on film and TV?
I'm hoping it's as good as my tennis, but I don't know about the badminton.
Let's see then. Terry up against our Pat, and would you like to go first or second?
I'd like to go first, Jeremy.
So here we go. Colin Firth won a Best Actor Oscar for his performance in which film? The King's Speech, Love Actually, or Mamma Mia?
Colin Firth. I think it's The King's Speech.
Brilliant, it is, yeah. The King's Speech. OK, your question. Pat, which actor was born Ramon Estevez in 1940? John Wayne, Martin Sheen, or Kevin Spacey?
Well, this man has a son called Emilio Estevez and a son called Charlie Sheen. It's Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen is quite right. OK. Your question, Terry. Who plays Lance in The Detectorists, the TV comedy written and directed by Mackenzie Crook? Toby Jones, Matt Berry, or Vic Reeves?
I think, Jeremy, I think it's Toby Jones.
Toby Jones is the right answer. Well done.
Thank you.
Great comedy. 2 to our challenger. Let's see if Pat can catch up. Which Oscar-winning 2014 film did Damien Chazelle direct before La La Land? Interstellar, Nightcrawler, or Whiplash?
He's a very young man. He was extremely young when he won his Oscar, but I think his breakthrough was about an aspiring jazz drummer played by Miles Teller in Whiplash.
Whiplash is correct. Back to our challenger. No one's made a mistake so far. China Girl is the subtitle to the second series of which TV drama series? The Missing, Top of the Lake, or Happy Valley?
I think that's Top of the Lake.
Top of the Lake is correct. Really good play, Terry.
Thank you.
3 to our challenger now. Pat, who directed the 1999 sitcom Spaced, starring Simon Pegg and Nick Frost? Was it Edgar Wright, Guy Ritchie, or Matthew Vaughn?
Could possibly be any of them. In general terms, I sort of link Edgar Wright to Simon Pegg. Edgar Wright did his Cornetto trilogy of films, and Simon Pegg popped up in Hot Fuzz, so maybe there's a link there. I'm not sure about this, but my feeling is it might be Edgar Wright.
OK, let's check with the Eggheads here. Eggs?
I'm fairly sure that's right.
They like that as well. Edgar Wright is correct. So, after 3 questions each, the scores are level. We go to sudden death just to make it that bit harder, Terry. The questions are not multiple choice. Here we go. In which decade was the daytime TV show This Morning first broadcast?
I'd say the 1980s.
Yes, you're right. It was 88. 1980s. Pat, Liam Neeson has starred in how many Taken films?
Dear, dear, dear. He's been threatening terrorists down the phone repeatedly. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to be sort of guessing the answer to this one. Has he done 3 or has he done 4? I think I'll go for 3.
3 is correct. Terry, back to you. Sudden death. Which English director has won Cannes Palme d'Or award twice since 2000?
Is it Ken Loach?
It is for The Wind That Shakes the Barley and for I, Daniel Blake. Well done. Ken Loach. Pat, to stay in. Which 2 actors starred in the films Pulp Fiction, Unbreakable, and Die Hard with a Vengeance?
Well, Bruce and Samuel L. Jackson are definitely in Pulp Fiction with major roles. Samuel L. Jackson is definitely Unbreakable, and Bruce is definitely in Die Hard with a Vengeance. Are there any other people who could ruin my day here? No, I think I'll go for Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson.
You're quite right. Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson. All right, Terry, see if you can shake him off. Danny Bear, Katie Puckrick, Amanda de Cadenet, and Hufty were among the female presenters of which late-night show of the 1990s?
I'll just have a guess on this, Jeremy, because I don't think I've got a clue. I think After Dark.
No, it was The Word.
The Word, yeah.
Is
Sorry.
that with Terry Christian, Eggheads? So he was the obvious sort of other person.
Yeah.
Okay, Pat has a chance to take the round. Which 1955 Alfred Hitchcock film, Pat, is set on the French Riviera?
Well, one came into my head, which was To Catch a Thief, but I'm going to have to do a little bit more due diligence on this and see whether it could be anything else. Hitchcock, 55. He was very prolific. I think To Catch a Thief is Hitchcock, and I think it's got a Riviera setting. I think I'll have to go with that, To Catch a Thief.
If you've got this right, you're in the final, Pat. The answer is To Catch a Thief. Well done, Pat. But very well played, Terry, as well. Excellent, right till the very end there. I'm afraid you've been beaten by our Egghead, you've been knocked out. Come back to us, and we'll see what happens next. Well, some great play by Arch Stanton, but they've lost a brain from the final round. The Eggheads have also lost a brain, so very level so far. And we now have science for you, gentlemen. Who wants this?
Is that going to be you, Chris, or John? You?
You want to take that, Chris? Yeah. Looks like me, Jeremy.
OK, Chris. Retired social worker against which Egghead? And obviously, it can't be Pat or Judith.
Lisa, yeah. Go for Lisa,
Lisa, I think.
Right. Chris from Arch Stanton taking on our Egghead, Lisa. And please now go to the question room. OK, good luck, Chris. We're on science here. You were chosen for it, or you chose yourself, or how did it work?
Press gang.
But you've got more of a science background than your teammates, I guess, or something like. Or you're just interested, maybe.
No, I was. It's a short straw, Jeremy. Believe me, the short straw.
So here we go with science. Would you like to go first or second, Chris?
Could I go first, Jeremy, please?
You can, and here we go. Which of these ligaments is found in the human leg? Is it the radiocarpal, cruciate, or periodontal?
I'm going to base this on football injuries, Jeremy, and I know footballers get cruciate ligament problems, so I'm going to guess it's probably the cruciate.
And you've been coaching for 25 years, I gather?
I have.
Cruciate is correct. Well done.
Yes.
Lisa, your question. What is the approximate life expectancy of a male lion living in the wild? 12 years, 32 years, or 52 years?
I think they'd be going some to get to 32, but I don't know. I mean, I think 32 seems a lot for any wild animal, and I think 52 is just getting beyond the bounds of possibility for any largish mammal of that sort. So, straight fight between 12 and 32. I'll go for 12 years.
And 12 is right. Well done. 12 years. Chris, which of these scientists was born first? Alfred Nobel, Niels Bohr, or Sigmund Freud?
All reasonably close together, I think. Really don't know. I'm going to take a guess on Sigmund Freud.
Now, let's see if we can do some dates with these Eggheads. Do we know any birth dates, Pat?
Well, we know that the Nobel Prizes were created in the will of Alfred Nobel, and the first Nobel Prize was 1901, so he was gone by then. And Sigmund Freud came to London around the time of the Second World War and died sometime afterwards.
Okay.
And Niels Bohr is the son of a Nobel Prize winner, so of those, Alfred Nobel must be considerably ahead of them all.
Yeah. It's Alfred Nobel, Chris. Going through them, Nobel, 1833, Bohr, 1885, and Freud, 1856. Those are the birth years. Lisa, we go over to you. See if you can take advantage. Which mathematician was awarded the 2017 Copley Medal for his work on Fermat's last theorem? John Nash, Andrew Wiles, or Peter Higgs?
I feel bad. These men are absolute superstars in their field, and I know so little about any of them. I'm going to put John Nash to one side, and I kind of wouldn't have thought it would be Peter Higgs either, because he's not so much of a kind of a pure theoretical mathematician. I'll go for Andrew Wiles.
I'm glad you did, because otherwise, if Barry was here, he would be climbing the walls.
That's basically our roles. I say things and Barry cries.
Well, he's not here. Andrew Wiles is the right answer. Any Eggheads give us some more on Andrew Wiles?
Well, he spent, I think, about 7 years in private search for this. He was using modern mathematical methods to prove the last theorem. And he published a proof. And it turned out there was a flaw. And there was a big kerfuffle. And he went back into his researches and he kept battling away with a colleague. And several years later, they triumphantly cleaned everything up in a moment of revelation. And everybody accepted, yeah, you've done it. It was a tremendous achievement.
And Fermat's last theorem is to do with what?
It states that for an integer greater than 2, there is no solution to the equation x cubed equals y cubed plus z cubed.
Right.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe we'll get Andrew Wiles in on a Celebrity Eggheads. And Judith, you beat him on science, yeah. I bet you will as well. The question about botany. Right, okay. We move on. Back to Chris. So it's a little bit of an emergency here. Chris, you've got to get this right. Which of these tests is used to assess color blindness? Is it Apgar, Rorschach, or Ishihara?
I really don't know, Johnny, but I'm going to have to... Something in the back of my mind thinks that it might be Rorschach.
Rorschach is like they just make a random splodge on a page and you're supposed to say what it is, and it's a clue as to your, internal whatever. It's Ishihara. Is the answer for color blindness. And Lisa will be in the final round. And sorry, Chris, you've been knocked out. Not too late for our challenges, though. One more round before the final. Please come back to us, both of you. So, as it stands, Arch Stanton have lost 2 brains from the final round. The Eggheads have lost 1. And the next subject is geography. Now, I think we've got 2 Johns left. And you're both John B as well. Yeah. So it's John. It's you, okay. It's John who's not the team captain. No. All right. So John, who's not the team captain, against which Egghead? And you can have, let's see, we've got Steve and Chris left.
Chris. Steve. Yeah, I'll go for the new guy. I'll go for the new one. Steve.
Very good. Okay. John B from Arch Stanton versus Steve from the Eggheads. You up for this?
I'm up for it.
Excellent. Please go to the question room for the last time. So what do you do for a living, John?
I'm a painter and decorator, Jeremy, yeah.
Oh, great. So tell us what kind of jobs you enjoy most.
I like wallpapering, yes, especially.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because that is such an art. Because if you hang it, assuming that the ceiling and the floor are parallel, it's fatal, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, you've got to be careful, yeah.
OK, John, good luck here.
Thank you.
You're up against Steve. Let's see if you can just even it up for the challengers. And would you like to go first or second?
I'd like to go first, Jeremy.
So geography is the round, and here's your question, John. Which of these countries is bordered by the South China Sea? Myanmar, Vietnam, or Bangladesh?
Well, I don't think it's Bangladesh. It's a choice of the other 2. I think it's Vietnam. I'll go down the middle.
Brilliant, John. Well done. Vietnam is right. Good quizzing. OK, Steve, your question. Which of these Italian cities is located on the coast? Naples, Florence, or Milan?
Yeah, I think that's got to be Naples, Jeremy.
It is indeed Naples, yeah. I've been there and I could see the sea. John, Oakham is the administrative centre of which historic county? Devon, Rutland, or Worcestershire?
Can you spell Oakham?
Yes, I'm so sorry. O-A-K-H-A-M.
Well, when you said historic county, Rutland comes to mind, so I'll go for Rutland.
Very good again. Rutland is right. OK. Steve, your question. What colours feature on the Lithuanian flag? Red, white and blue, black, red and yellow, or yellow, green and red?
It's yellow, green, red, Jeremy.
Oh, you're good with your flags. You sit around learning them, or what?
I've had to.
Yellow, green and red is correct. OK, John, your question. Maseru is the capital of which African country? Lesotho, Togo, or Guinea-Bissau?
Maseru. I'm not sure of this one, Jeremy. I'll go Guinea-Bissau.
I have been there, and it's not Guinea-Bissau, it's in Lesotho. Inside South Africa, basically. Lesotho is the answer, which gives Steve a way in. to the final round with this question. Which of America's 8 Ivy League universities is located in Rhode Island? Brown, Cornell, or Dartmouth?
That's Brown, Jeremy.
Oh, you've got no doubt at all about that?
No.
Brown is the right answer. Well done, Steve. Sorry, John. They're very fast sometimes, aren't they?
Yeah, he's very good on that subject.
His flags and his Ivy League universities. Well done, Steve. You're in the final round. Please come back to us and we'll play that final for £5,000. So this is what we have been playing towards. It is time for our final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So Terry, Chris and John from Arch Stanton, but also Judith from the Eggheads, would you please now leave the studio? John and Elliot, you're playing to win Arch Stanton, £5,000. Lisa, Steve, Chris and Pat, you're playing for something even more precious, the Eggheads' reputation. As usual, I'll ask each team 3 questions in turn. This time they're all general knowledge. You can confer. So, John and Elliot, the question is, can your 2 brains defeat these 4 in a famous victory? And would you like to go first or second?
We'll go first, Jeremy, please.
OK. John, Elliot, good luck. Your first question. Which of these foods consists of baked or fried pastry stuffed with meat, cheese, vegetable or fruit? Is it empanada, croquette or paella?
You on that one? You think?
Paella's Spanish, isn't
Yeah.
it? I don't think it's a croquette, because that's
No.
kind of potatoes and stuff, isn't it?
Empanada.
Empanada,
Yeah.
could be.
You think?
I don't really know what paella is.
No.
Empanada.
We'll go empanada, Jeremy.
Empanada's the right answer. Well done. Always good to get the first one right.
It is.
So, over to our Eggheads we go. How old is William Shakespeare believed to have been at the time of his death? 22, 52 or 92?
52.
52.
1564 to 1616.
16.
Yeah. All works out.
Yeah. He was 52, Jeremy.
He was indeed the age I am now. Died as an old man. The next question is for John and Elliot. Clint Eastwood was the mayor of which Californian community in the 1980s? San Diego, Carmel, or Oakland?
It's Carmel. Yeah. That's Carmel.
It is Carmel. Well done. Good quizzing. Eggheads, which star sign falls before Cancer and after Taurus in the calendar? Gemini, Virgo, or Aquarius?
Gemini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All day long, I'm
Virgo's
Virgo.
after Leo.
But yeah,
Aquarius
Gemini's
at the
after.
beginning
Well,
of the year.
you and me are Leos, we know.
Yeah. That's Gemini.
Gemini is the right answer. Well done. Oh, I'm feeling the tension. We've got £5,000 we're playing for here. Just get one more right, and maybe. Your third question. Which of these US presidents died in office? Benjamin Harrison, Zachary Taylor, or James Monroe?
So, the presidents who died in office, I think that was Harding, Taylor.
I've got a feeling it's Benjamin Harrison. What do you think? I'm not convinced.
I think there was a Taylor or a Tyler that died in office, but it might be Tyler. I might be getting them mixed up. I might be getting Harrison mixed up with another one.
Yeah.
If you think it's Benjamin Harrison, then we'll...
I've got a feeling it's Benjamin Harrison.
Okay, go for that then.
We'll go for Benjamin Harrison, Jeremy.
Benjamin Harrison is your answer. And you had, Elliot, were you saying... Well, what
There
was
was a Taylor or a Tyler who died in
Because
office.
you had a Harrison as well.
Yeah, and
Did you?
I think that it was William Henry Harrison who died in office. And
It's very interesting. You've got, let's just see, who died in office? Can you list them, Eggheads?
Well, William Henry Harrison
Ha-ha.
gave an enormous inauguration speech on a cold, wet day and got pneumonia.
Okay, yes.
I think it was William Henry Harrison, Warren
Yes.
Harding, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and Zachary Taylor.
And yes, Zachary Taylor is there. But gosh, you were so close to that, Elliot. You actually sort of conjured with it.
Yeah.
So, Zachary Taylor, this gives the Eggheads the chance to take the contest. Here is your question. In John le Carré's book, what is the name of the spy who came in from the cold? Is it Carl Hamilton, Alec Leamas, or John Drake?
Alec Leamas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Played by Richard Burton in the film.
Yeah.
When asked what he believed, said, I believe a number 11 bus will take me to Hammersmith. It's Alec Leamas.
Alec Lemus is the right answer. We say congratulations, Eggheads. You have won. Commiserations, Arch Stanton. And what, Elliot, that was...
Yeah.
You were so close with that.
I knew it wasn't quite right, and I just
And you
couldn't
had,
put my
you had the
finger on
other
it.
William Henry in your mind. Are you interested in American presidents then? or-
Yeah, I'd done a bit of research into them.
Yeah.
OK. Well, the Eggheads have done it again, and their winning streak continues. They reign supreme. It does mean the challengers don't go home with the £5,000, so the money rolls over to our next show. Eggheads, well done. Who will beat you, I wonder? Oh, before we go, Chris, you had a question.
Yeah, I did, didn't I? Yes, I asked you what Scottish village takes its name from a 15th century Dutchman.
And when you say Dutchman, I'm thinking Rembrandt and Van Dyck and Van Eyck and all of them.
Oh, the guy from the Netherlands, yeah.
So, who is it?
Well, it's John of Groats, which takes its name from Jan de Groot, who settled in what's now Caithness in the late 15th century and ran a ferry service across the Pentland Firth to the Orkneys.
Right. Never knew that. Thank you, Chris. Hope you got that at home. Join us next time to see if a new team of challengers have the brains that defeat the Eggheads. £6,000 says they don't. Till then, goodbye.